Terp fans, it's Mr. Smiley here with Terp's Win B1G War Recap. Haven't done a War Recap in a couple weeks. As you can see here, the update wiped a lot of our replays, and the 1 gem boosts have been awesome for Clash of Clans raiding, but not so awesome in me finding time to do War Recap videos. That plus getting Star Wars Battlefront for the Xbox One and Xbox Live have kind of cut into my free time, I guess. Kind of an interesting way to look at it. Anyway, we have continued our winning ways. Won a bunch more victories. We're stocking up with lots of talent in the deuce that we're going to try to move over, kind of 5 at a time, not to flood everybody over here, but to try to get to not doing 15 versus 15 all the time, because we got a lot of new talented players that we want to start getting in the show. So we're going to feature three attacks here. The first one is going to be by Gat, and it is a Mass Golem 3-star, which doesn't happen that often, but it is a pretty solid 3-star strategy against some weak bases, especially with weak walls. I think I had one the war before that, but let's look at Gats here. And if you look at the army composition, a lot of people are turned off by all those jump spells and all those golems, and say, isn't that a waste? Wouldn't you be better served with, trying to put wall breakers to break through the outer layer? And yeah, you can do that, and sometimes it'll work, but sometimes it doesn't. And when you're going up against a Town Hall 10, especially when you only have 2 Town Hall 10s in a war for you, sometimes it doesn't, can really hurt you. So mass golem, mass jump, it's the higher your heroes become, the more solid of a strategy it is. So basically you're just going to put a jump here, a jump here. Actually, I guess maybe it gets over there. Little rusty on my telestrator skills here. And Gat does a nice job here, probably a nicer job than I do, of setting the corners first, making sure that they clear a little bit of a funnel before dropping a jump here and then dropping a jump here. And with the mass golem strategy, you can go with, a lot of times I like to go with 7 golems, golems, 15 wizards. If I can pull the clan castle pretty easily here, he probably could have pulled the clan castle. Then I'll add a hog, drop 1 wizard, and add 3 archers. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same every time. It's going to be 6 of my own golems, 15 of my own wizards, a golem and a wizard and an archer in the clan castle. It's not the most exciting strategy, but it's a friggin' steamroller. So Gat's going to, and then you probably drop the rage here. At least that's what I usually do. I don't remember what Gat did here, but it's not the sexiest strategy, but it's really solid and really effective at just mowing through a base, especially when you have a Town Hall 8 and below level defenses. See, he sets the corner here. I'm going to drop 2 golem at each corner. You can spread them apart. Usually I like to only do about 4 wizards on each corner. Gat brings a little bit more just to narrow the funnel down. And he brought more wizards than I usually do, so he can spare that and have the damage. And he has giants in the clan castle too, which is again pretty solid strategy. Adds a little bit more defense. The golems go first to pop any bombs. Giants act as tanks for those infernos and soak up all those rays. Do an awesome job there. Usually carry 2 poisons with this. Gat does a nice job in dropping the poisons on the Dragloon. If there had been a hound and a loon in the clan castle, usually I'll drop 1 poison just to prevent the loon from destroying all my tanks as they clump up, and then 1 for the pups. There he goes through the core. Archer Queen is pretty critical to this because she's providing a lot of the damage here. I guess that's with Gat has a little bit lower heroes than mine, so I guess that's probably why he brought more damage with the wizards. That I think it's 4 wizards do the same damage as 1 max Archer Queen. So they really add up here. As these archer towers are distracted here on the southwest corner, the minions do a great job of just helping with the cleanup and distracting. allowing the Archer Queen to come in and just finish off the job. There she pops the ability, but at this point, there's really not much suspense here. Just mowing through that base. If you get a nice ring base with weakish walls that don't slow down the heroes that much, it's a pretty solid 3-star strategy. So let's just watch the cleanup. Awesome job, Gat. Mass Golem may not be the sexiest, but anytime you can get a 3-star on a Town Hall 10 with Infernos, that's a nice attack. Alright, so let's look at UTF has on number 5 here. And UTF has been crushing it lately too. So I want to highlight that. Making a transition from being go wipe guy to having a couple of stuff on the back end to just being a full-fledged Illuminati member here with his Valkyrie use. So this is about the most common base out there, or the second most common after the Tailor, and that's the General. We have the video that we've shared a bunch of times about how to hog it easily. UTF wants to give himself a little bit more of a challenge, so he's decided to update the attack by placing an earthquake right here, which opens up all of this area here, including both of these heroes right here who are going to pop down south to his kill squad. So by breaking the wall down here and letting the kill squad come in here, as you see, some Valkyries running around, some witches here. He knows that almost always on the General you have almost all of the Tesla and giant bombs in these modes here. There's a little bit of room up here. Sometimes there's one Tesla or one giant bomb. There's almost never double giant bombs up there, so he doesn't have to worry about that. His kill squad has this south area covered. Top half, he has 10 hogs and 2 heals, and is just going to go across the top unhindered. So let's watch this attack here. There's 1 hog for a lure. You want to make sure, a lot of times with the standard hogging video, you send one at that archer tower there. That would have worked too. You want to make sure that your poisons cover all of the dragons and the loons. Looks like he didn't do that there, but witches do a really good job of standing up dragons and loons without them damaging. So I guess he thought he didn't need them there, or maybe a little bit of a misdrop on the poison. I would have come with 2 poisons here just because it lets you get sloppy and it lets you kill a max dragon. The haste, as you can see, it helps us clean up a little bit, but only by a couple seconds when the raid is already the outcome has been determined. So there, one of his golems gets destroyed by the clan castle. He pays a little bit for not dropping the poison correctly, but here he's got so much damage here. Here come the hogs going through the base. Probably should have let that go a little bit north, but because of the pathing with the Tesla, they go right around there, and I don't even think they popped I guess there aren't giant bombs over there, so probably could have just sent them across the north there. The pathing is a little bit. They probably should have doubled back to that archer tower, but he got lucky there, and they go through the core. They just kind of go through there, eliminating all of the defense one by one. Wizard Tower is a bit of a threat, but he's got so much damage left here that at this point, there's 1 cannon and 1 archer tower, and he's just going to basically clean up. So couple of errors there, but he did enough stuff right, and has high enough heroes, and Valkyrie and witches give you a pretty hefty margin for error. As we'll see in the next attack also, a lot of that's why I'm a big fan of the Valkyrie, that they can just kind of cut out chunks of bases and let you be a little bit sloppy if you want, so you don't have to pay as much attention to hog pathing and stuff like that. So they're really approaching an easy button for guys who don't like to map out complicated GoHo strategies. So let's but great job, UTF. He's been on a tear. Let's see. There we go. I think this is the one. Tugs. Tubes has completely transformed his game thanks to the GoHoVa. And like I said, the Valkyrie, I'm a huge fan of Valkyrie since they're the chosen tool of the Illuminati. Valkyrie plus high heroes really allows you to get a little bit sloppy and not have to be precise. They're tanky. They just cut chunks of the base out, and they're not as delicate as hogs. Hogs are awesome, but they can also disappear on you really, really quickly. So Tugs is going to come with a couple of hogs. Let's see, where'd my Mr. Clicky go? So a couple of hogs up here, probably only needed one, but wanted to make sure he popped the giant bomb up there, since that's where he's going to be sending his hogs later on. The kill squad's going to come in through here, have access to this queen here. I think he's going to place a jump somewhere around here just to cut out more, more of the base. Cut out through here with his Valkyrie, and then drop his hogs here and circle around here to meet up with the kill squad. Has 3 heals to kind of liberally use between the kill squad and the hogs. Try to overlap them if possible. 2 poisons here. We'll take out anything that could possibly be in the clan castle. I usually use 8 Valkyrie and 16 hogs, but I think Tugs has been playing with a little bit of a more hog-heavy composition, which is also awesome. And the higher your heroes get, the better the less that you have to rely on the Valkyrie to cut out chunks of the base. So let's go ahead and start watching this. And again, Tugs has gone from struggling and getting the occasional 3-star to just becoming a 3-star machine, and a lot of that has to do with just picking one strategy, a solid strategy like GoHoVa, and it's easily adaptable to a ton of different base types. Not every base. Some bases you have to have to let other people in the clan 2-star it, or figure out another strategy for. But there are so many bases that you can just wreck with GoHoVa. And there he should have dropped his second poison up on the loons. They end up popping his clan castle golem. But again, the Valkyrie, highish heroes, or decent heroes at 2020 allow for a lot of you can miss a couple things. You don't have to be perfect. There he does a nice job of clearing out that funnel. That can be a little bit tricky on corners, and he does a good job of being patient and clearing that out. Valkyrie just come in and just start clearing out stuff, clearing out skeleton traps. You don't have to worry about that for your hogs. Here comes the Archer Queen in here, taking out the defending Archer Queen, jumping into the core and just start chomping up Tesla. And that's one of the big advantages of Valkyrie over P.E.K.K.A. is that Valkyrie, they don't care about Tesla. You pop a heal on them, you can have all 4 Tesla shooting at them, and it's they're just going to disappear like like a gopher going under plants in a Bugs Bunny cartoon or something like that. Again, has a bunch of heals, can kind of overlap the hog pack with the kill squad. His Golem, his Burger King, his Valkyrie are all doing a great job tanking for the hogs. That even though he's run out of heals, the defenses are distracted enough that the hogs can just kind of run around and take their time and chop stuff up. Archer Queen does a cleanup lap here. Let's watch as they're the hogs just keep going. I mean they've gone for a minute here without any defense. Wizard takes out the last, so we still have the hogs there for the cleanup. And this is a beautiful attack. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you can just mow through a lot of bases with a GoHoVa. As I told him, it'll get to the point where you get so many GoHoVa 3-stars that it becomes mind-numbing and a little bit boring. But it's better to be bored by too many 3-stars of the same attack than skip around from one attack to another and get a lot of 1-stars and 0-stars. So awesome job, Tugs. Awesome job, UTF. Both been on a tear. And Gat, congratulations on the Town Hall 10 3-star. Again, Mask Golem may not seem like the sexiest attack, but 3 stars on a Town Hall 10 is pretty damn sexy. So until next time, it's Mr. Smiley with Terps Win B1G.